Hello, and as Casper site would say, maximum quality. I am terribly sorry, folks. It's been, was it 9 days, so just over a week since I've done any videos. I do apologise. It's been a bit of a ball ache at work. I was literally just like really too physically exhausted and just felt really tired, so I couldn't do anything. So yeah, so I've been basically just in a until like bedtime. I've been like in a chair, my late dad's armchair like that. Breathing like a dead, dying goldfish. Because I was just knackered. Physically and mentally, which is an interesting combination. But anyway, enough of that. So, I've also noticed it's also been a while since we've taken a visit to Frostmare TV. This is scary videos you can't watch alone. So, without further ado, off we go. Oh, I can increase the volume a bit for you. So, let's go.
Now we want to take a look at another mysterious recording shared by the channel Fourth Wall. It is said that a security camera, which is mounted on a pole to overlook an old cemetery in Japan, has captured something quite unique this night. The cemetery is notorious for many strange sightings and reports.
Sorry, I also like to say I hope you had a good week. I didn't say at the beginning, but that's what happens when you work in a job that I'm in. 21 years, messy brain. Yeah, but apart from all the usual bollocks, I hope you had a great week. So let's go on.
Security guard noticed that something seemed to be moving on this recording.
What are we looking at?
Of course, the footage is not the best, but some say this could be a silhouette. Is that so?
Well, if it's potato, that could be a person or a glitch.
The staff also shared another clip from a nightly visitor that got spooked off the premises after going for a nightly walk.
Oh, I see ya. See, that's spooky, but the other one, I'm thinking, well, that could be anything. That could be an actual person walking through a thing. Because even with, one is potato anyway, but with camera glitches, you will get faded. You can get, not saying it is, but I'm just saying, as an explanation, it could be that. Because sometimes with digital things that go wrong, especially if it's potato quality, it can fade people out. I mean, if you take just standard CCTV, if you haven't got a good shot of say a shoplifter or something like that, sometimes you look at the picture and it's all blur. Even if it's in good quality colour, it's still it's like it's been smudged. So even with good CCTV, it's very hard to you know what I mean.
He believes to have captured a spirit here. He believes to have captured a spirit here. Really strange to say the least.
Both sides, both directions.
The next footage was recorded by Kent from Ghost of Carmel, Maine, who has blessed us with some new paranormal encounters as of late. He states that the activity in the house has gotten really strange in the past few years, even after redecorating the whole place. Inexplicable sightings and voices can still be seen and heard by him, almost on a daily basis.
Oh, this is the guy who has like the shadow creatures that live with him in his house.
The following are some of the most creepy captures he has shared on his channel. Let's hear what he has to tell us.
You making noise? You making noise upstairs? Jesus!
I'm surprised, but you know, obviously, if you were there, it'd be amplified. But you know, when you're walking along and something goes bang, and you do that reaction, I had a very small micro reaction on the back of my neck to that. It was like, that was like, ooh.
Due to the activity, I quickly make up my bed and pick up the room. I'm still hearing voices in the room. Once again, I hit record. As I'm by the stairs, I hear a strange voice in the room. When I turn around to look, there appears to be a faint female apparition standing to the right of the window wearing a blue dress.
He's got balls of steel, though.
This is what I refer to as a glitch apparition. Many times the camera will make a strange glitch. I have found this could be caused by the shutter speed, but then there are times strange anomalies appear within the glitch.
Oh, that's me, my shit. My only problem with that, before I continue, is that's all found good, but then isn't that faith? Put down to faith? Because otherwise we'd put all camera glitches down to ghosts and stuff, wouldn't we? Am I being silly saying that? I don't know, but
Many times the camera will make a strange glitch. I have found this could be caused by the shutter speed, but then there are times strange anomalies appear within the glitch.
see, that could be done by light. Where the hair is, that looks like the combination of a blurred effect caused by the curtain and the cupboard, and the blue is a result of light. You know what I mean? Because if you remember, because you can get the cameras now on you used to get it predominantly on the old cameras, like the Fuji cameras or Huji cameras. You can get the apps that will take pictures of those cameras and, you know, of that style. It'll replicate the classic 80s camera. And if you take a picture of certain light conditions, it will smudge out into a rainbow colour or go, and, you know. So that blue could be the light coming through the window. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it is, but you know what I mean? We have to be mindful of these things that it could be.
These are screenshots I kept on file from recordings that...
Because don't forget that, but also because if you look on the thing, the blue doesn't go all the way up to, like, you'd see it on her shoulders, if it makes sense. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Showed some of these anomalies.
It's a grudge.
Lately, a lot of these strange shadow things seem to appear right in front of Kent's lens.
Or as Casper would say, shadow bastards.
He believes that the world has changed slightly, giving these entities even more reason to enter our dimension.
The day the house became active, I did a quick walkthrough recording. Once again, something appears in the recording, and this was not a glitch. The day the house became active, I did a quick walkthrough recording. Once again, something appears in the recording, and this was not a glitch. What do you want?
So you're one of these camera analyst and actual expert. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was going to say so as well. The thing is, because psychology in terms of a lot of things can, and you'll get the same effect as your eyes would on camera, but I reckon the camera could obviously pick up better, and that is when you see stuff in the corner of your eyes. And yeah, whilst there's a scientific explanation for that, interesting enough, I do think, to be fair though, I think people use that as a cop-out excuse to explain off shadow people. You seeing just random stuff in the corner of your eye and your brain trying to make sense of that doesn't make up for the fact of having one stood in front of you like a person. You know what I mean? You can't use that in that psychological thing to describe that. Interesting thing is, and I covered it in one of my videos ages ago, and that is, it's interesting because I had an idea along the lines, and also it sort of also I got inspired by the notion as well from one of Casper Sight's video when he said of saying about, oh, you know, if you look at the shadow, if you look at the really good shadow bastard footages, they're literally like that black fabric, you know, the ones or that black paint that's devoid of light. You know what I mean? It looks like it's made of black hole or something that you see, or people sometimes make cloth out of it or do paintings of it, and it kind of works like that. You know, that gives the impression that it's like dark matter, dark energy. Now, people as you're thinking, oh yeah, but you can't see it. I covered an article which Russian scientists, as well as a few others, were speculating that dark matter and dark energy, the other layer, is actually another universe occupying the same space. But how do I simplify it? It's like we're light and they're dark, but not necessarily in that literal meaning. The point is, we're invisible light and they're in a dark energy spectrum of things, if that makes sense, yeah? And now under certain frequencies, you can then see this matter, or matter comes out of nothing, as it were. So then in this video, I was having this interesting thought of, well, maybe that's why some of these so-called entities have to, because if you're a ghost, if you're of this universe anyway, everything in the universe is made of energy. So you don't need to draw on energy of electrical equipment, because that electrical equipment isn't solid, it's energy, if that makes sense, yeah? So it doesn't make sense for you to draw on energy. However, if a dark matter being or entity, as they're theorizing, is then they can change their frequency. So when you think about some dark entities, I don't mean necessarily evil, but what people presume as dark entities, when they say, oh, we need to draw their energy to manifest, well, maybe that's because they're trying to draw in energy to change their frequency, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's an interesting thing about shadow people, and it's like they could not be necessarily ghosts, but extraterrestrials, and not of a different dimension, but the same dimension, just on a different visible spectrum, e.g. dark matter, dark energy.
The moment I shut the camera off, I lay back. What do you want? The moment I shut the camera off, I lay back down when suddenly the bed is nudged. I look at the end of the bed. There stood a very clear shadow apparition. I slowly lift my cell phone up, hit record. Usually these shadow apparitions move so fast, they are almost impossible to capture. This one just stood there staring at me. Its arms were phasing in and out. It wiggled its hips from side to side. It stood there in total silence. Then it quickly takes off and vanishes.
See, the thing as well, if it's the other things about shadow entities is I don't think they're evil. I think they're just indifferent. It's like the H.P. Lovecraft cosmic horror. They're just indifferent. They probably got the same dilemma as us. And I was thinking it would be funny if there was a comedy film about shadow people. Because I noticed, if you look on a lot of these footages, it's usually one peeking around the door, isn't it? And there's one I saw where it's peeking down from the stairs into the kitchen. And I was thinking, wouldn't that be funny if you did it kind of like the others, where it's kind of like we see a shadow bastard. I know it's Caspersight's term, but I love it. And the shadow bastard the shadow person who's poking their head round the corner is in their reality yelling up the stairs to their parents that there's a weird light bastard. You know what I mean? So it's flipped. So we're going, oh, shadow. They're going, oh, light being. You know what I mean? So and that would be a funny parody, I think. To do it in terms of a ghost parody or ghost comedy. But I think, they probably see us as weird as well. Oh, sorry, I need to... I'll go and get... I can sense indigestion. But I got an impression that they're probably... If they are indeed real, I'm not saying they are, I'm just speculating. They probably think we're just as weird. They're in the same dilemma. Also depends how intelligent they are. So I'm just getting more comfortable because it's getting late, and I like to get comfortable and relax with you guys watching the thing. Obviously, though, if something makes me jump and shit myself, this camera's gonna go flying. But we'll deal with it when it happens. But yeah, so they could be just creatures as well. It also depends on the intelligence. It could be just in different creatures, just going, what's that? I mean, especially if this one here is wiggling his hips, that's a bit animalistic, isn't it? Like a monk, like an ape, you know what I mean? Right.
The moment it took off, it left a strange image on the recording. The kind of after image that looks like a camera glitched.
And it can tap into the Speed Force by the look of it.
I now wonder if some of these camera glitches are the after images of apparitions moving so fast, the camera only picks up what looks like a glitch.
So, do you think that Kent is right? Is his camera catching the last moments before these shadows disappear back into the abyss? It's really an interesting theory for sure, which could explain a lot of these eerie recordings of his, wouldn't you say?
It's Ezra Miller. Sorry. That was like the Flash, that moved.
The next video was recorded by Magnus Rismir, and apparently he came across a haunted house in Norway. In the description reads, my friend caught something creepy on tape, see for yourself. Alright.
Just for those who haven't seen him before, that's King Frostmare himself. Well, he does 2 channels. This is Frostmare TV, but he does one that's called King Frostmare. So he's got 2 channels. Both are good. Go check them out. Well, obviously we'll check this one out. So yeah, that's Frostmare down below. Hello, Frostmare.
Oh. Does this have subtitles?
I think it does, mate.
No, unavailable. Great. So if somebody can translate that for me, that would be pretty cool. So it appears that a shed out of nowhere in the haunted woods. Oh, that's dark. Like, you have the marbles to walk in there just like that? Oh, what? The light functions in a secluded wooden area like that? I'm surprised.
Looks still in good nick in some way. You could do that up as waste of a house,
isn't living there anymore, huh? It seems to be a really tiny house. Oh, this man is huge. Probably the second.
Whoa, fuck, yeah. Oh, Jesus, fuck, Christ. Give me language. I can't believe I didn't see that coming. I've seen this bit before. I've seen this footage before. And it's not so much the girl, it's the guy that got me. Oh, jumping. But that is freaky, is it? Oh, yeah, man.
Why was that necessary? I was not expecting that. That was just a jump scare, if I've ever seen one. Jesus, Maria and Joseph, that was me. What is that thing? Look. Oh, do you know what that looks like? It looks like a flat face, as if somebody's wearing somebody else's skin on their face. It's always rough with those ones. I mean, this could, of course, just be a squatter or a homeless person, you know, or somebody else, a friend of his that was playing him a prank. That really got the better of me. I was not expecting that. Oh, God, okay. Well, it certainly is a creepy clip, but is it of paranormal nature? Is it mysterious? I don't know.
Again, that's what I figured when I first saw that clip, after shitting myself. It's just the initial, like, well, you mean, your friends do it to you, don't they? If I do it to people, sneak up on them and they don't see you, and it's quiet. But yeah, it could be, that's what I was thinking, it could be a friend or a squatter. The other thing is, we have to bear in mind, folks, is, I think squatters, to be fair, could be, ow, God, I've got fucking eyelash in my eye now. Can be as more frightening of an idea or more worrying, and like I said in several videos ago or so, I said, I'm not tarnishing squatters with the same brush. Not all squatters are dangerous, but you know what I mean. I'm just saying that people are more dangerous than ghosts. You know what I mean?
In the early to mid-2000s, there were several haunted places in the world that were hosting 24/7 surveillance cameras for fans and enthusiasts, so that technically everybody might have been able to capture a couple of frames of something paranormal unfolding. The following frames were posted by Cryptid Fluff, and it reads as follows. Years and years ago, I used to lurk on a website that had live webcams to various haunted houses. I've hung onto this GIF since 2006. This was caught by a user while watching one of the cameras. The family of the home believes it to be a brownie. It's apparently a type of hobgoblin-esque creature. Looking at that thing, it's really hard to come up with an explanation. It looks as if that apparition has long and spindly legs. Some say almost like a huge spider creature, and others believe it could be a rake-related cryptoid. But then, it might also just be a paranormal apparition, or something way more logical. A pet, perhaps. Yet, I think it really is a very mysterious capture. What do you think?
Potato quality is hard to tell. Could be a pet, I mean. My problem is with cryptids, you've got to be careful with the whole idea of cryptids, because a lot of it is creepypasta legends, some of them not true, which is why I sort of cringe when paranormal investigation programs do it, or YouTube videos do it. Goes, where, I'm not saying like all things say like the Wendigo are creepypasta, but there's a lot of stuff that's creepypasta. Zozo is a creepypasta bloody legend. It's not real yet. They keep saying, "Oh, there's a place that's haunted." Blah 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 blah. It's a creepypasta. It's based off of Pazuzu, which isn't even a demon. Pazuzu is a Babylonian deity And people used to put a statue in their house to ward off evil spirits. So yeah, it was mainly because of Hollywood and the film Exorcist that painted him in a negative light. But yeah.
Yet I think it really is a very mysterious capture.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I was going to say. So things like the rake, they go, oh, it could have been the rake or Slender Man or blah. None of those actually exist. They're fictional. You know what I mean?
What do you think? Now another extremely creepy capture. It was shared by Love is Love to the paranormal Reddit section. His post reads as follows. My uncle has a trail cam at my old grandparents' house, which are both dead, and the house is abandoned. The camera takes 3 pictures every time a motion is detected. This thing only appears in 1 out of the 3 photos. No idea. Not saying it's a ghost, cause I don't really believe in them. Love also states that 6 minutes before this picture, his uncle was on the property to fix a couple of things. He then left, and this thing popped out of nowhere. The trail camera takes pictures so fast it looks like stop motion. And apparently this thing walked up and was just gone a second after. How creepy is that? People say that this could be a spirit of a long forgotten time. Maybe wearing shackles of some sort.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, the first impression I got is not like a potato sack kind of clothing or rags. I mean, it looks like the sort of dungeon-esque prisoner. You know what I mean?
This be
attire.
So bone-chilling stuff in my opinion. Whatever got captured here. And now it's time for a follow-up video from one of my favorite channels, Fourth Wall. In the past we were looking at a video of a guy that caught a shadow on the playground. I also thought that that might have been a human when I saw it at first, but this apparently explains it, that it was not the case. Let's take a look. Yeah. Yes. So, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen that, right? This was recorded at the playground. Somebody seeing the swing move by its own. And then the dude next to it, and people thought that was just a dude, like there's just another person standing. But apparently not the case. And this is now, okay, the video from the person. Don't think if I've seen that ever, and that's interesting. I don't think we see the ghost on his phone camera.
I do apologise, because I'm starting to feel a bit tired. Like I said, it's been one of those weeks. But I'm going to Rambo this. Hiya!
Yeah, I don't know what the significance of that is, but yeah, there's nobody. Huh? So they went to the park with a medium, which had been under construction, I suppose. Really? So they're telling us that they're removing the swing set because of all the weird stuff happening. That's okay. And this is a night recording then?
Support my blooming neck. Ah, that's better.
Okay. The swing. Yeah, we see it move a little bit here.
Bit potato quality.
Once again, could be the wind. Could be the wind. Right? Yeah, it does not appear to be windy. I mean, the leaves are not blowing, but... So apparently there's not more to this particular video other than the swing swinging once more on its own at night. Now, do you believe in this whole story that the swing was supposed to be removed due to the paranormal events going on, and that scaring people? Is this realistic?
Creepy CCTV.
Nightmare Paranormal were documenting a specific case. The family who were filming it states that the man is haunting their adopted daughter. She hears him and sees him all of the time. There's also a spirit of a child. The hauntings are now affecting the parents. The mom can now hear the spirit respond to questions they ask. The dad hears the voices of his wife and daughter when they are not home. Somehow, it's a case of mimicking. A demonic presence will do that. So this is pretty terrifying, isn't it? Let's take a look at their capture. It almost appears that something small is walking by the doorway. Can we be sure? Of course not. Is it maybe just an artifact of the camera? Hard to say, but with all that history, who knows, maybe it is something from another realm. Chaldal Bell has shared the following video. The young man is uploading a lot of videos that revolve about his daily life. Tonight he simply wanted to
Thing is also as tired today. I hear shit as well. And I sometimes have amnesia. It's fucking weird.
show off some of the Halloween decorations in his neighborhood when something rather strange started to happen. Take a look.
You can't see them, they keep blowing down. They're made of styrofoam. Either way, the creepiest building on the block is always going to be this church across the street.
Oh, I've seen this one.
See, my neighbors are still. I get it. That's good. I like it, Jim. You got me, man. You guys keep doing it. I love it. It's awesome. Anyway, I thought about like adding stuff to it, but Jim. Bobby, is that you? Bobby. I get it. I get it, man. Just gonna stare at each other?
This one, I can't remember, I think, it was on a video that Cancer Site watched. And it's like, the impression that he got, which I completely agree with, is it looked too fake. Because it looks like two people he knows in fancy dress outfits messing with him about, if that makes sense. So I'm just securing it. That's better.
Like what? You got me. I don't know what the problem is. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm just gonna stare at him then. Right.
Dell believes that two neighbors were playing a prank on him, but only moments later, his theory was proven wrong.
Man. Come on, get in the house, man. Get in the house. Come on. Go. Just go to your room. It's fine. See the fucking thing, of course. All right. Yeah. I know, Disney. You got me. Jim, you got me. You got me, man. You got... Okay, it's good.
What's funny is that apparently a lot of strange stuff started unfolding right after he purchased this weird-looking doll from a yard sale. So seeing these masked people in front of the church...
Cool, that took me by surprise there. I do apologise. I am still paying attention to all that. But I really wanted to get... Where's my tripod not working? Here we go. I really wanted to get a video done because I don't want to leave it too long. But like I said, it's been a very tiring, exhausting week. So there you go. If I plant that down. Ow, scratch bleeds.
What's was not the first strange happening, actually.
Stop! Remy! Remy? Stop! Stop messing with the lights. Elijah! Hey, what are you guys doing?
After the paranormal activity started scaring his whole family now, he decided that the best course of action would be to burn that doll, and hopefully all the negative energy that came with it into his house.
Judge? Who's there? Jesus. Oh. Huh. Come out!
Yeah, I mean, okay, there's a bit where it disappears and all that stuff, but you could do that with film and editing. So yeah, like, I agree with Casper. It looks too silly to be, what's it, and cliche.
Some people commented that they believe that the devil could access his home through this cursed doll. Could that be so? Whatever the answer, it would appear that something attached itself to this doll for sure. And burning it might have actually released it into the house of the family. Let's see what else will happen in the future. Some people believe that houses inherit the spirits of past events. These
Yeah, so I think, yeah, that one's definitely fake.
includes tragedies as well as horrific moments that might have transpired at some point in time. TikTok user The Myth Rider comes across one of these old abandoned houses and notices something in the window.
This is the Martin House. Haunted, Panama City, Florida, my first book. And I'm just driving by randomly. Look in the window. Please, somebody tell me you see what I'm seeing. A child. He supposedly his baby, we're not sure. Stories have changed over the years. Man went crazy and killed his entire family after finding out his wife was cheating with the servant. Hung the servant on a tree that used to be in the front yard that the hurricane took out. But the stories are that the children can be seen. I see a kid.
We all see it. The question is, can we absolutely be sure that no other family is inheriting the house at this point? And maybe it's just a doll of some sorts. It's all just theories, but there might be a slight chance that we are looking at a paranormal event here. We just don't know.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, the jump scare ones. Some of them I've seen before, like the odd ones who it looks weird, like. But yeah, I had to prop up my head because like I said I wanted to get comfortable with you guys, so you can just chill and watch this video. But yeah, a few of those I've seen before. That jump scare one, it's like I can't believe I got that. It's like I know I've seen this before. But you know what I mean? yeah, that last one, the knocking on the window and all that sort of stuff, malarkey, that was fake. Yeah, it looks, you know what I mean, too cliche and all that jazz, you know. So, anyway. So I hope I didn't wiggle this too much. You know, I do apologise. I wasn't going to let it defeat me, see, because like I said, it's been an exhausting week, and I just wanted to get a video done. Just want to get something done for you guys, because otherwise, you know, what's the point of you subscribing if there's no content? That's like buying Netflix and not getting any new stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anyway, so thanks for sitting through this, watching it with me. And so until the next video, take care. Cheerio.